In this video, we are going to talk about Jupiter in the nakshatra of Rohiṇī, padas, symbolism, and more. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you want to start learning Vedic astrology, join my 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp. Link is in the description. Or if you want to start your journey into Vedic astrology, you can also watch my free workshop for 3 hours. Link is in the description. See you on the other side of the training. Jupiter in the Rohiṇī nakshatra. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Jupiter is surplus, positivity, higher self, foreign travels, children, teachers, all that is abundant, good, and positive can be seen with Jupiter. Jupiter is also the planet of expansion and traveling. Jupiter is also the planet which represents wealth. Expansion is nothing but the progress. Jupiter rules the 9th house in the natural horoscope, which represents fortune, luck, father, and traveling. Jupiter also rules the 12th house, the sign of Pisces, in the natural horoscope, which is about enlightenment, about moksha, about the other realms, about the other lokas, and things which are foreign to you, things away from your body, can be seen with Jupiter. So Jupiter is about the higher purpose, higher education, and it is also about the higher self, the higher consciousness, enlightenment. Now, this Jupiter is coming into the Rohiṇī nakshatra. What is Rohiṇī nakshatra? Rohiṇī nakshatra ranges from 10 degrees of the Taurus to the 13 degrees, not 13, 23 degrees, 20 minutes of Taurus. And it has 4 padas: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. The second pada of the Taurus and second pada of the Rohiṇī, not Taurus. The second pada of the Rohiṇī nakshatra is Vargottama and Pushkarna Vamsha. Okay. So now we will discuss what happens when Jupiter goes through all these padas at the end of this video. Now, what is the Rohiṇī nakshatra? Rohiṇī nakshatra is the representation of creation and fertility. Rohiṇī nakshatra is about bearing. Rohiṇī nakshatra is about creation. The deity associated with the Rohiṇī nakshatra is Brahma. Again, one of the deity in the Trinity who created this universe. So creation is the basic theme of Rohiṇī nakshatra. So creation and fertility are the basic themes of Rohiṇī nakshatra. The symbolism associated with the Rohiṇī nakshatra is tree as well as a chariot, a bullock cart, can be seen as a symbolism for the Rohiṇī nakshatra. Again, it represents business, commerce. Now we have created something. We have our farms, we have agricultural goods and commodities, and now we are doing business. Now we are taking them with our cart and going to the downtown, going to the place, and we are selling them. Rohiṇī nakshatra is also about business. Deity, the animal associated with Rohiṇī nakshatra, is a cobra or a male snake. Okay, so these people are attractive and they have some sexual appeal. Okay, so this is about Rohiṇī nakshatra. Now, what happens when Jupiter comes into the Rohiṇī nakshatra? Let's talk about that. The planet of expansion comes into the nakshatra of creation. So these people are responsible for creating bigger homes. These people are good at creating properties for themselves. The planet of wealth comes into the nakshatra of wealth. So Jupiter, who is also responsible for the expansion and is responsible for the wealth, comes into the creative nakshatra of Rohiṇī. So now these people have best abilities, greater abilities to create wealth. They have creative ways to create wealth. What are the creative ways to create wealth? Business. So they have better understanding about the business ideas which can make them money. The planet of teachers, gurus, and higher knowledge is coming into the nakshatra, which is associated with the creation, and creative process is a mystical process. So that's why we don't know how this world has created. So this process of creation is unknown. We don't know that process of creation. So the planet of knowledge comes into the nakshatra of creation. What it shows is these people have deeper knowledge. These people have secrets about the creation of the world, or for that matter, any kind of creation. So these people hold the key information about the creation, how the creative process works. They have a better understanding about this creative process, and that helps them create different things in their life. And always remember, producers and creators will always make money. For example, if you just keep consuming the reels on Instagram, you're never going to make money. Or maybe someone might be making money from just looking at them and reviewing them, but not all of us. But those who are creating them are definitely going to make the money. So producers and creators always make money. So always try to be the producer of the content rather than consuming the content yourself. And that's what would make the wealthy person. So the person with the Jupiter in the Rohini Nakshatra understands the wealth secrets and is able to make a lot of money, huge money, big money, because it is the expansion of the property, is the expansion of the surplus, positivity, and all the good things in life. Jupiter also represents children. The planet of which signifies children comes into the nakshatra of creation. Again, these two significations resonates so well with this placement. So when a person with Jupiter in Rohini Nakshatra have children, they have a great rise in their financial status. They have a great rise in their career. They have better teachers. They have access to better information about life, because Jupiter is information, is wisdom, is knowledge. And the key to get this information, knowledge, is this gets activated once they have kids, once they have children. And this is applicable to all the Rohini people. So once they have the children, their life just gets the speed. They get the rise in their life. They achieve the highest knowledge, the secret knowledge. Rohini Nakshatra is about enjoying the luxuries, following the desires. The planet of wisdom comes into the nakshatra, which is guided by the desires. Now these people have a better guide, better understanding to their desires, to the otherwise uncontrolled desires. And the desires of the Rohini Nakshatra can often lead them into sexual indulgence as well. So they have to be really careful not to indulge sexually. They have to be careful with this, because Rohini Nakshatra is about all this. And they have the magnetic personality, the Rohini Nakshatra people. So they have to be dealing with this quite often. They get the attention, they get the appreciation from the other people. Okay, but when Jupiter comes into the Rohini Nakshatra, these people get the grounding, they get the guidance, they get the divine guidance about their desires. And now they have a well-directed desires. And even if they get indulged into the sexual activities, they will be conscious about it. They will be aware about what they are doing. Okay, now The Rohini Nakshatra has 4 padas: Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer. When Jupiter comes into the Aries pada, the Taurus is the sign which is a fixed sign, is about the resources, and we know what Taurus represents, the second house things, and is ruled by Venus, which is not friendly with Jupiter. So Jupiter is not comfortable into the sign of Taurus, but in the pada of Aries, it is with its friend Mars's home. So he loves to be into this pada. Second pada of the Rohini Nakshatra goes into Taurus Navamsha. Now this is Vargottama. What is Vargottama? When a pada of a nakshatra is same as the Rashi, it becomes Vargottama, Varga Uttama. So it gives best results into that Varga. Okay, but Taurus is the sign which is about stability, and it is also the second house which is about the food, the things we eat, the things we consume to grow, to feed our body. So it in a way is feeding your desires. Now Jupiter is coming into this pada of Taurus. So Jupiter is aware of their desires now, as we discussed about the guidance. So this Jupiter is more aware about this, and there would be a feeling of restriction, because these people might feel they are doing something wrong when they are following their desires. So there is a conflict when they are following the desires, but they have to strike the balance between the desires and the spirituality, and Jupiter is going to help them into this pada. The second pada of this nakshatra is Pushkar Navamsha as well as the Vargottama. So Pushkar Navamsha adds the auspiciousness to the pada. So Vargottama makes it strong and Pushkar Navamsha makes it auspicious. So the planet which is a benefic planet comes into the nakshatra of creation and wealth and becomes auspicious and powerful. So this is by far the best pada for Jupiter in Taurus, Jupiter in Rohini Nakshatra. The third pada of this nakshatra goes into Gemini, which is not a strong pada, because it is not because it is more airy. So airy signs and airy padas are more social and casual about it. They are intelligent, but in a way they are not intense and strong like the water elements, like scorpions. Okay, but the planet of wisdom comes into the pada which is about intellect. So these people like to get involved into the intellectual activities. They would like to know the reason and logic about the creation, about why things are happening. So these are the people who would often following something about the creation. Just like we discussed this in the Mriga Nakshatra, there is a constant desire to know things. And even if you know certain things, there is something beyond this which you want to know, and which is always going to make you follow that path of knowledge, that thirst of knowledge, the curiosity. Okay, so that's what happens when Jupiter comes into the Gemini Nakshatra, the Gemini pada. The fourth pada of this nakshatra, Rohini Nakshatra, goes into Cancer Navamsha. Now, Cancer is the pada which is about emotions, nurturing, and at the same time, it's about motherly nature. So when Jupiter comes into the Cancer Navamsha, it is into its exaltation sign of Cancer. So the planet of spirituality comes into the nakshatra of caring, of loving and nurturing. So the benefic and the positivity of Jupiter is reflected and is getting manifested through the motherly and nurturing energies of Cancer. But for this, you also need to understand the placement of moon to have a better understanding about where all this is going. Okay, so yes, this was Jupiter into the Rohini Nakshatra as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you want to learn Vedic astrology, join my 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp. Link is in the description. Or if you want to learn Vedic astrology. You can start watching these 2 videos on your screen, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.